Mhm. So, I haven't sat for an exam since my undergrad degree, for example. One of the biggest difference, obviously, I'm still doing chemistry. I'm still learning a lot, as you would in an undergrad degree. I get to interact things like that. But I found a really big difference. Grad, you had, a set syllabus. You had things you had to learn in first year, second year, third year. Then you take your exams. So you can study, like things that already exist. Whereas with a PhD, because the whole point is trying to do something new, I couldn't look up the answers for the problems that I had anymore. um, whenever I encounter any problems in my project, anything, I usually just couldn't, I couldn't just like Google them and find the answers. That would have been great, but I would not have gotten a PhD. And that was one of the biggest difference for me at the start, especially getting used to that, like everything's unknown, and it's my job to figure that out. um, I mean, you're obviously supported in doing so by your supervisors, by your coworkers, just friends you make in the department, all kinds of people. So that's really great. But that's one of the biggest difference coming from an undergrad degree where your end goal is like to take an exam, or even so my last year of my undergrad degree was kind of like a master's, like a research project. So I did do research, but because it was only a year-long project, you get a bit more support. You have a senior PhD student looking after you, for example, or a more senior researcher kind of helping you out with your project. It's something that's a bit smaller that can be done in a year. Whereas going into the PhD, you kind of like, in a way, dropped into the deep end a little bit, because it's a brand new project, and it's yours for the next few years. It has to last for that long as well. But it was a lot of unknowns. It's a lot of, in my case, it was a very open-ended project, so that was great for me in that here's some sort of a problem. You figure out how to solve it. You solve it in the next few years. Some people enjoy it. Some people need a little bit more help. I really enjoyed it. Just kind of being set free and letting you do whatever you want out of it.